everyone. So today I am here with Chichi of Nyonyo Essentials. I can't wait for this interview. This interview is actually very personal to me myself. This is someone that is my mentor. She's an inspiration. I really do relate with her, and I can't wait for you guys to get to know her as well. So we're gonna get right into it. Hello, baby.
Hey, Didi. People don't call you like that, right? You need to get to know that I know you like that. Thank you. It's such an honor to
I
meet
know,
everybody.
no, it's an honor for me because you know, guys,
It goes both ways.
she does not grant interviews.
I
She
don't.
doesn't.
I
She
don't.
doesn't
I
at
don't.
all.
I don't.
So this is a very big deal for both of us, and I'm very grateful. Thank you.
I would grant for you over and over again. Why not you? Why
You
not
look beautiful.
Thank you.
How's
You
your
look
day so
fantastic
far?
It's been quite a slow start. I did some meetings earlier and then I came to the office because I knew I had an important meeting with you, of course. Then from here, I'll just do school rounds and then I head home because my husband is coming back. I missed that man so much.
Oh, guys,
He's coming back soon. I mean, we pick him up from the airport. So
Okay.
you get to see him
before
the
I go.
interview ends. Yeah.
Okay, so let's get right into it. Who are you? What is your name? I've heard people wonder if you are Nigerian.
Yeah.
You need to tell us, a little bit about your heritage.
Yeah.
How this journey started. How did you get into the culinary world?
All right. For starters, I was born in Accra here, of course, and in a small clinic, Bouvy Polyclinic. I like to give people a background history so they understand where I'm coming from. I'm from a very modest background. This is because I want to use English. If not, I'll say I'm from a very poor background. And I was raised by a single mom. My name is Chichi Yakubu. Yakubu is my husband's name. My maiden name is Ikioma, and Chichi is Chidima. So I'm half Nigerian, yes. My dad,
Chidima.
yes, my dad who is late, he's Nigerian, and my mom is Ghanaian. So I'm half Ghanaian, half Nigerian. So that's where she's coming from. That's why I'm the only person that can end this Jollof Nigeria Ghana.
She is literally
I'm
the
one.
only person,
I'm the one.
the
So,
only referee.
Yeah. And how did I find myself in the food industry? My whole life, I was raised around women who were passionate about food on a very small scale and even somewhat business, but just taking care of their homes. Anyways, if you know, we can cook. I mean, I'm not even here to brag. If you know, you know. So,
I can attest to that. My mother-in-law, she spoils me. So I know.
Yeah.
Do you know I'm Nigerian too?
I knew. I heard someone say that to me. I was shocked because I didn't know. But then again, we are very aggressive and we know what we want, and that is one thing that I love about my Nigerian side because we are go-getters, and I see that in you, so I shouldn't be so surprised.
Yeah.
And food. It came to me. My mom loves cooking. She started a small school business on a tabletop, very small, somewhere in Sakama. So back in school, after I vacated in primary school, I used to help her.
Help out. Yeah.
I help out, and I saw the bigger picture. But because my mom is not very entrepreneurial like myself, and because she's very limited in her education, some people took her for granted and they were not paying her worth. So in secondary school, I understand that there's something that goes like a contract. You can draft something and submit it all around to corporate bodies, and you can provide corporate creation. I just suggested this to my mom at the time. She's actually evolved with the business, and now she's more like a choba in her home in Kukumlemle. She had converted it and she started the choba. So we had an address, so people could come and do the inspection, and then started getting jobs here and there. And before I knew it, Marina Catering Services, that's my mom's company, had taken over. And
so I think in that respect, you would say for the older generation, it's important for them to be cooperative, malleable. They need to be able to evolve, right? And you don't get that a lot because sometimes people feel like, mommy won't understand, mommy doesn't know, let me just do it on my own. But it was so good of you to, help her evolve.
She's still even with me. She's a partner at Nyonyo, so I work hand in hand with my mom. The canteen, my mom is the one who's taking charge and control. I rarely go there. People watching, dining there, they'll know that you never find Chichi, but you find my mother there 24/7. Back to how I got into it. So I started helping my mom on vacations. I go support her, help her with all paperwork and stuff like that, writing checks, collecting her money, payments and stuff like that. After uni, I started a weight loss journey,
okay.
and it made me go into the kitchen side of things. So, like I said from the beginning, I was helping my mom with mostly admin and paperwork, things that she
but not like the practical.
Not like the practical side. But once I decided to shed some weight, I knew that, you know what, I can't eat what everyone is eating at home. I had to do things a bit differently.
Right.
So I was granted an interview by Gifty Auntie, someone I love so much, an icon in the game.
Yes.
This is years ago, about 9 years ago, and it was on weight loss. At the time, Jessica of CTFM, who is now a YouTuber as well.
Yeah, I love that it's always women, you know.
Women, you know. So we went to this interview about weight loss because she had shed lots of weight at the time with Jessica, and I had done the same. And I told them I did it through the kitchen route, so I did meal preps and stuff like that, and then I saw results. Right there, Gifty Auntie asked, would you actually do this for me? I'm like, yes, if you pay me, I'll do it.
Yes.
So that's when I saw the business side of things and an opportunity right there staring at me.
Yeah.
I went back, did my homework. With my mom's background in catering, it was not too difficult to, you know, jump on the opportunity. But bear in mind, my mom was not doing anything with healthy food or meal prepping, but I was doing meal prepping, and that's what the result will have seen. That's why they're asking for such services. So I started as a meal prepper. I was doing sandwiches and salads and juices, and the market was there. People saw the value I was offering because I was a walking example that indeed.
And that is what I was gonna get to, because it wasn't just like a trial and error or a fake it till you make it kind of thing. You were a living example.
I was a walking billboard of my work. You could see it because I had the before and after. That's what actually skyrocketed my business. And I was heavy on the social media marketing side of things and the traditional. Because at the time I couldn't even afford it, but I had a smartphone. And the before and after I posted it, and before I knew it was all over the place, and people said, really, she can do this. It's not any tea, drinking tea sort of thing. It's not any short fixes here. It's not any whatever. It was eating right and adapting it as a lifestyle, and you see results. 90 days challenge, I saw people shedding so much weight on my meal prep. And before you know it, Ghanaians as we are, including myself, people were asking for other things like, oh, can you try jollof and stuff like that. And I realized that realistically, why people start dieting, I don't like to call it dieting, they're not able to succeed in start. They have the notion that I'm eating this amount of food, this kind of food for this amount of time to share this amount of weight.
And then when you get there, goal, then
what happens? So if we can actually make it a lifestyle and a relatable and a realistic lifestyle, then it's much easier, because we grew up on banku and rice. So what am I talking about? Can I eat salads and sandwiches for God knows how long?
I didn't see that woman leaves.
You know, so I just decided, you know what? So I'm going to add rice and all stuff, anything that Ghanaians we enjoy, including myself.
Right.
And before I knew it, I was catering for weddings. And
wow, because I was going to get to that. How you permeated the events industry, so to speak, because then now it's like two worlds. You're coming from the culinary world to the event and entertainment world. So how was that transition for you?
So it was one wedding I attended, and the food was good, but the setup looked, I don't know, it was just a total mess. It was this typical back in the day caterer, with this margarine buckets running all around, not on time. I saw that, you know what, there's an untapped market here. You can do it differently. I don't want the notion that caterers are always late. Caterers have a certain kind of look. They come all over the place. They don't know what they're about. I said I need to change this story, because my mom does heavy catering, large numbers. So we can actually do event catering. That's minor catering and Nyonyo essential. We can partner and then start doing event catering and take it a notch further. And before I knew it, one event, it was just setting up a small family setup. It was not even a big event.
About how many people?
It was about 15 people.
Okay.
It was a small nuclear family, and then we invited a few other people on. It was Kofi, KOD, KOD's family. This was somewhere, let's say 8 years ago. I catered for, I think, his birthday, very Friday. The way I spread everything out, the platter, the garnishing, and me being there myself, my team, well uniformed, looking a part of the event and not taking over the space as well. But for service providers, you can easily take over without even knowing, but you have to be in the background let your service speak for itself. And people were actually happy. The small number of people were very happy. I got a client right from there. And one thing led to the other. I was teaching for weddings, parties, corporate end of years, you name it, moving all across the regions of Ghana, rendering kitchen services.
I love it. So, Nyonyo, where did that name come from?
I wanted something very original, something very Ghanaian, something that would spark a conversation. I didn't want just kitchen services, but no, I didn't want none of that. Nyonyo is from the Ghanaian dialect, to be precise. It means good stuff. I stand for all things good. So it just means Nyonyo, and I wanted it to rhyme. It actually is from the word enyu. Enyu meaning it's good. I'm providing you something good. But I wanted it to be something that would be on top of the mind, and it should have this rhyme. So I decided to do Nyonyo, meaning good stuff.
That's it. How many languages do you speak? Ghanaian languages?
4.
You're a polyglot. Okay, I want you to say a sentence in all 4.
Really?
Yeah, give me bits and pieces and parts of.
Okay, Samina, Anuna ma for. Tell you what thing. What to say? My favorite, but I didn't see it.
Fantastic. That's beautiful. I always love and admire people that know their roots. You know that. I know you can't get lost in Ghana, so I'll be comfortable with you. Yeah. I'm gonna go a bit off track now. What is your favorite dish ever? I want you to give me your favorite continental dish and your favorite Ghanaian dish.
I will go for rice and contour stew.
Are you serious?
It's my favorite.
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, favorite. My comfort food, rather, which I'm not proud of, is anything Indomie related. I don't even know why. And fried eggs, lots of it.
Really?
Lots of it.
Onions and eggs.
I know. And continental, I'm a pasta person, so any pasta dish would do for me.
Okay, I love pasta too. I think I'm a pasta girl. What's your favorite cocktail?
Cocktail? I'm not a cocktail girl, but if I will, I'm more of mocktail. So mojito, but
a mojito, but virgin.
Yeah, virgin.
What's your favorite dessert?
Dessert, I love brownies. I love I love a wide variety of them. It could be a carrot cake. It could be It could be a red velvet. I love red velvet.
You know, and the more you speak, the more I'm realizing you are my soulmate. All the things that you said. Everyone always goes, vanilla or chocolate.
No.
But you started with carrot cake, and I was like,
I love carrot cake. My husband loves carrot cake.
I love carrot cake. Yes.
Yeah, and lemon cake. Oh my god.
Girl!
With tea. I'm a tea girl.
Are you
tea?
Am I
I don't even know.
I love a good lemon cake. Anything lemonade, lemon cake, lemon tart.
Yeah.
That's me. Yeah? Okay, so now we're going to go back into the grueling stuff. Now I'm going to ask you, and I want you to know that this is a safe space. I want you to tell us something that you've never told us before. I want you to bare your soul. The challenges when you were starting Nyonyo, because, you know, and I hate to say this, but it's true. A lot of people see a successful woman and then they say, oh, you know, some man probably set her up, you know, she's good. Maybe Obama, that kind of thing.
Or sponsor.
Yes.
You know?
Yes, meanwhile, I came into your office here today. I see you doing the hard work, I see that your staff are running around on your command. So tell me, how was the journey like? What hurdles you had to cross? The challenges, I want to know even your worst day or one of the worst memories you had getting into the business.
One challenge was to even convince my parents I could actually do this full time. Because when I started, I had a full-time corporate job, an 8 to 5. So I juggled it with my side business at the time for 2 years, just convincing my parents that, you know what, I've got this, I can do it. That was one. And then 2 was stereotyping. So, like I said before, the education space was highly dominated by not so well educated people. So I went for this event, and anytime I try to talk to the client's mom, she speaks Tree back to me. So I was guessing she thought I couldn't speak English. But even that, I let it pass. So there was something that happened. One of my guys had either cooked a plastic coke at the end of the event. And she thought it was part of the things that had been served there. So she was going all about blah. And this caterer is saying, and all sorts of things. So I said, no, what has gotten you to see this and think that you can just see we are all thieves and stuff like that? Yeah, the coke that your guy is drinking, where did it come from? Then
I know it's the principle, but it's just Coke. It's just a Coca-Cola.
We didn't even take their Coke. So now the bottle service lady came and was like, I never brought plastic Cokes, I brought bottle Cokes. Then her face dropped.
And that's on
and she had to apologize. And she didn't. She said she owed me no apology. And she just walked out. So I was trying to build a case with the partner that what just happened? Like, I'm even surprised and shocked. Then had to get the bike in. It was a whole drama. I was like, you know what, let me not ruin someone's wedding. It's not about us. It's okay. I'll let it slide.
I'm sorry.
A week after, I think the bride spoke to her mom to call me. And this woman called. When she called, Mayra, it's the same. If I would speak any local language, I speak Ghana. I don't speak Tree to begin with. So it's not that I don't like to speak Tree. It's the same. I was like, Mommy, everything is fine. Then she speak Tree again. I was like, Mommy, I speak English. Oh, who goes school?
What?
Oh, my ears sorry the whole time. Then she started speaking English with me.
This is too much.
Yeah, then I told her, I was like, we secondary banks back to Tree. I said, Mommy, I'm a graduate. Oh, I'm so sorry. I know disrespect, but I actually thought,
no, you thought what?
Don't. So then she switched up. She was so nice. So I realized the whole thing was she thought
you were illiterate.
Yeah, and even if I am, I'm human first.
Yes.
So the job comes with this stereotyping. People think we either had drop out, we had no other options, and we ended up doing this, forgetting that these 5 fingers are not the same.
Of course.
We can't all be doctors. We can't all be chefs. We can't all be masons. So just let people be.
That's heartbreaking.
It's heartbreaking, and I've had such experiences from different angles, in different forms, in different ways. Up until recently, let's say 4 years ago, now people know that hey, now the creatives are making so much, and hey, we are onto something.
Yeah.
You better watch out for us.
Yeah.
It's not like those times when traditional things like the white-collar jobs are those that matter. Are respected more than people in the unskilled.
It's true, and I agree because even me, I went to Legon and I was doing biological sciences, and for a long time everyone thought I was going to go on to med school. So when I came up with this idea of I want to go to chef school, even my dad was like, what are you doing? Like,
it's not them, don't blame them. That's not what they are used to, and they want security for us. Then I didn't understand my stepdad too, but now suddenly I realize he wants me to be safe.
Yeah.
He feels this is a trial and error, and he didn't grow up knowing that people could actually live on these jobs. What he knew, people who had done those jobs were either people who had dropped out or didn't have any support to, further their education. Yeah. So they are there not from their will, but that's all
it's just a means
that they
to an
have.
end.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I kind of understand our parents, but we have changed the narrative for ourselves and for our kids.
Absolutely.
So we don't just force them into what we only believe in.
That's true. So how much would you say if there's somebody out there who's like, I admire her so much, I want to follow her footsteps? How much would you say it cost you, or maybe let's say your first job? How much did you relatively think you had to invest in that? If you cast your mind back.
Starting afresh, I only had to invest in a refrigerator.
Okay.
That's all I did because I started in my mother's kitchen. I started with what I have.
Yes.
And salads are not expensive.
That's true.
At the time, even with 10 cans, you can get a bunch of lettuce at the time. The disposable parts were not as expensive as it was, and like I said, I had an 8 to 5. So I had some money coming in at the end of the month, and I didn't start with a capital intensive business. So you can start what you have and then scale up with time.
Yeah.
I was doing salad and sandwiches for 2 years.
Okay. So
you can't compare the cost.
Yourself.
Yeah, you can't compare the cost that goes into salad and sandwiches to what goes into jollof and burger and whatnot.
That's true. So what is your best memory of being in the industry so far? Now we've talked about the West, what is your best? Everything
that achieved me to come this far is actually a memory. But the one thing that stood out for me was when I received an award and an awards show that was organized, and they never had a kitchen category up until they noticed me.
Oh.
They created a whole category for me.
Just for you?
Yeah, and I was not even up for nomination.
You're kidding.
They just gave me that award. I was like, wow.
What? Oh, I'm so happy
I was like,
you.
wow. Cases, I've been recognized.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
that
awesome.
was it for me.
I really, really love that. Now we're going to get deep and dirty. What are some of the things that you've noticed in the industry? And feel free, I want you to tell me what you've never told anyone, maybe what people don't see, they just see you at face value. What are some of the things about you personally and about being in the industry that, you want to address, or that weigh heavy on your heart, or that you want to talk about? Tell me honestly, because I'm new to the game.
We don't give credit to pace setters. Someone set the pace for you. Someone gave you the idea that this can be bigger than it is now, and we don't acknowledge people that have actually set the pace. Then again, because the thing I experienced with Nigerians, that they said a half side of me was this: they give accolades, they give reverence, but here it's more like everyone is in for something, and even when someone wants to actually collab with you, it's more to their advantage, and
so
when it doesn't go out that way.
Would you say in Ghana this collaboration is unhealthy? The spirit of collaboration is unhealthy?
It's changing now. A little over 6 months to a year ago, I'm seeing so much changes in that, and I would like to commend all of us as Ghanaians. But then it wasn't. Years back it wasn't.
Right,
yeah,
right. It wasn't like that.
It wasn't, because I had this nasty experience. If you ask me, the most one thing I've actually experienced as an industry player within this industry, among colleagues, people who are supposed to understand, because we have the same stress, we have the same trouble, we are dealing with a certain group of clients, we know the demands that comes with catering for a service, we know all the toll it takes on us. As I asked someone to teach me how to come up with a dessert tray, a food tray. So I designed this. I've never shared it on an interview before. A few people knew what had happened. I just took that poster. This is somewhere in 2018, 2017. You showed me, you taught me how to come up with a dessert tray. I came to you. I found if I were onto something. Can you teach me? You taught me the thing. I created my version of it. I posted it. And then this person's group of friends came. That's a copy. That's this. Oh, this person's kind of work. This, that. At the time I traveled, I was in Dubai and I didn't have access to data. So everyone was trying to reach me, come.
Yeah, like what
messy,
is going on? It's
this
going
was
on.
there for like 2 hours.
No, and in the social media world, that's a long time.
Yeah, so when I came to it, the hammer had already been caught, and now I look like the copycats and stuff like that. And this person I'm talking about, people were tagging you. What you had to do was to just
make a public statement. I mentored her.
I mentored her.
It's okay.
She did none of that. Till date, I don't think she even saw what she had done. She didn't even see anything wrong with it. I asked myself, was it even a plan? Because it's like my soul sisters, my group of friends, and then Precious or Andrina comes to comment about something. Andrina will no way want to even put me in that space.
Yeah.
And even if she saw something that
she
related to me,
she
would
privately.
But this looked like it was staged. You come say it first. Let's pick on here. It was sad. I cried myself to sleep. I was so heartbroken.
Baby.
I was so heartbroken, and I was like, that's when I felt like, do we really collab in Ghana? Do we really? Because you came to my event, you wore an apron, we took pictures, you told me how to do it. I post the picture, and this is the attack.
Yeah.
And they were tagging your handle. You didn't come to even just say one line.
Everything you were saying alludes to the fact that it could have been staged.
It could have been staged.
I'm sorry. From the outside of the box, that's what it looks like to me.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry you had to go through that.
Yeah, so anyone watching, it will seem like someone would say you are hard to reach, Chichi yourself. It's because of some of these things that I experienced.
Of course.
Even though I'm very social, I'm still very private. I show you what I want to show you.
Yeah.
And my circle is very small.
Tight. Yeah. Yeah.
I can give all my friends a shout out and I will not miss one on social media because it's that small number. No one will come like you forgot. I wouldn't forget. Because if you have about 12 friends and then 3 close friends, that is part of the 12 friends, then you know the friends.
Yeah, and you can trace where information is going. Right?
So back then the collaboration wasn't there. But now we're seeing so much happening.
Yeah, that's good. You mentioned something about you showing us what you want to show us. You have such a large social media presence. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that? How you also evolved into, social media marketing for anyone out there who also wants to promote their business if all they have is a smartphone. Educate us. Tell us what's the way.
Now more than ever, we're in a world where we are all creatives. Once you have a smartphone, once you're on any of the social media apps, you can be a creative. You don't even need anything. All you need is just make a post in a dark room, in a bright room, in anywhere. Twitter doesn't even use images and people are thriving there. So don't ever think what voice do you have, how far can this post go. You never know who's watching, you never know which one might work. So just stay consistent and don't actually give up and lose hope and think that, oh, I'm just starting from 1 follower. The 100K, 1 million K page started with the 1 follower. So please maximize the use of social media for good. For good.
Emphasis. Emphasis for good.
And build a community around your niche, your business, whatever you want to sell on that street. You can actually maximize it.
That's fantastic. One thing, I'm going to get a little bit personal with you. One question I hate when people ask, and I'm sure a lot of women get this, working women, how are you able to combine, being a businesswoman with being a mom? And I'm just like, do you ask my husband that? Like, do you ask the dads that, But for you, now, I'm sorry, I have to throw that question to you now.
Balance.
But how is the balance like?
We'll say balance, but I have to be very honest. I'm no superwoman. I don't even want to be any superwoman. I ask for help. I take help when it's offered. So that's how I'm able to do it. I've got a wonderful tribe of people that are just ready to support me, and I have quite amazing nannies that have been around me for a while, and I appreciate them when they are present, when they leave. No bad blood, because you were good while it lasted. So it's just about being present and then just savoring what happens in my space. What I can manage, I manage. If I cannot, I cannot. So I show up when I can, and I show up when I can. I don't show up when I cannot. I don't try to do it all by myself. A lot of people see me and they feel like I have it all figured out. I really don't. I really don't. And on my personal page, like I said, I show what I want to show you. That's business. On my personal page, you all know that I'm an open book. I'm as vulnerable as possible. I can tell you from fertility to managing a home to losing it all and to starting afresh. Because no one has it figured out. And any mom watching, don't burn yourself. Don't get burned trying to
make you not kill yourself.
Ask for help. Seek for support where you can. Unless of course you don't want to. If you don't want to, then don't be complaining too much because you chose that route. I know people can be mean. I know there are some helps that can be funny. So because of that, some mothers are forced to do it all by themselves. Trust me, you are doing what is best for you and your family at that given time. So hey,
it's up to you.
I support you, give you all the love. But if you are like me, you might give it one more try to hire a nanny.
Honestly, do you ever get imposter syndrome? Like,
it all happens to the best of us.
No, girl, we look at you. Listen, let me tell you guys something. Now that we're on this topic, do you know why I dressed like this today? I don't. Listen, if you know me, you know you won't catch me dead like this. It's because I was coming to see my.
And I loved it.
My fashion.
I went on and on about it. I didn't remember.
My baby Nayuka. No, I don't believe.
I'm flattered. Thank you. You're flattered. Honestly, you are.
I don't believe for 1 second that you do.
No, I do. It happens to the best, like the best of us. You know what? Anyone that doesn't suffer from imposter syndrome is actually a fraud. Because the people that are scamming people, they have all the fame.
All the confidence.
I come off like maybe I have too much fame, but I just have to show up, and I show up because for me, I don't have anything to fall back on. Yesterday, I was doing this Q&A, like get to know me on my consultancy page. That's TBC by Nyonyo. And I ask people to ask me any question and then I'll give them an answer. And someone asks me, what keeps you going? It's fear.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that. Fear.
I'm afraid of going broke. I'm afraid of, losing this and not being able to keep going, and then I have nothing to fall back on. When you are in that position, like I find myself, there is no handouts, there is no inheritance, you're not from a rich home, there's no way out than to keep going, to keep pushing, no matter how hard it is. That's all you've got. If you are dealing with any situation, any business, any project as this is my last hope, you deal with it differently. And that's what is actually keeping me going.
It makes you hungry.
I'm hungry.
I'm
so hungry.
I can imagine. Where do you see yourself personally in your businesses in the next 5 to 10 years? So I know you've got, Nyonyo Essentials is the canteen. I don't know if I should be saying this, but guys, she has more branches coming up. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years, personally and business-wise?
Personally, I've started my consultancy and coaching business. So I realized a long time when I started that there was no proper firm or coaching to go to, someone to mentor you, something set up with a niche just around catering business. So that's what I've started doing. So I wanted to be a household name for anything consultancy with food and catering, so food, drinks, anyone wants to venture into the business, anyone who's starting new, anyone who is starting as kind of plateaued, how to help them diversify. So this is the people I want to help and then make an impact in the long run. I want to meet high school students in school. I don't want to talk to tertiary students because I think they've already taken certain decisions that I cannot really help them with. But people in secondary school about to now make those choices to go to tertiary school, to just choose what they truly are passionate about. If you love photography, please go to school of photography. Just go straight to the point because I want them to understand that these things are paying. And once you truly love it, it comes to you naturally and you feel this is what God has called you to be, this is your talent. Just pursue it relentlessly. Just go for it from the onset. Don't go waste your time reading science, reading HR. Just read what is in line with your goals, your vision, what you want for yourself. So that's the impact I want to create by talking to school, doing campus tours. That is chichi, that's personal. And to the business side, I want to launch new products. I want shelf life products. So like Shito and stuff like that. So you're in the hub right now. That's where we're having the interview. That's quite a big space. We are doing a whole production here. So we are coming up with our Shito line and other things that will be coming up.
I can't wait.
Other branches like I mentioned to you. So I want people to see Nyonyo 5-10 years from now on shelves across the country, West Africa, beyond to Canada,
Alaska, Australia. We love it. You touch on a very sensitive topic for me because then me having moved to Ghana recently, sometimes I do need help with stuff and I don't know where to go. I don't know who to ask. And sometimes
you need to talk to someone who has been through
gatekeep. Like do you see that?
I see that a lot. I see that a lot. And even the one time person taught me, even did this to me. So
right? I feel like, oh, maybe I'm a mother to people.
I want to have a safe space.
I think that would be amazing.
Yeah,
I really can't wait. Yeah. So how's mommy life? Now we're going home time. How is mommy life?
How have you been doing it? Me, I'm tired. I'm tired. It's not easy.
I don't know if you guys follow Chichi on her YouTube, but her fertility journey, her mommy journey, it's all on her YouTube. Like I said, she has a huge social media presence as well. But I want to know because it's different for everybody. It's different. But how is it for you? 2 hours. Hey.
It's like you've just been hearing the face boom. Honestly, I love it so much. I'm so blessed to have experienced this beautiful thing called motherhood. I've been yearning for it for so long, and I've been looking at people like you. I saw your first maternity shoot. I'm like, oh my god, when, and it's finally here. And I must say, there's nothing as rewarding as being a mom. No lies. There's nothing as sacrificial than being a mom. And I just hope my kids will be happy with however way they turn out to, and they'll be proud that I'm their mom. And I just hope that I'll raise some very, very, very smart kids.
Aww. So what if, you see, this is what moms say. And both my parents are in the aviation industry. My sister and I are obviously not interested. So if the Z's grow up and they're like, you know, mommy, we don't want a hand in the business. It's not our thing.
Dead. I am finished.
It's not our thing. What are you
Oh my God! I pray at least one of them.
It's like, you know, mommy, it's not our thing.
Oh God, please. But you know, like me, I had to convince my parents that I wanted to do something else. So I know that not everyone is meant for certain things. So whatever they want to pursue, I will support them.
That is so sweet. I brought you something.
You did?
Yes, let me get it out. Hang on. I would have loved to make it in front of you, but never mind. I brought you something. And I want you to rate it. Don't worry. Even if it's 2 over 10, we're good. But it can never be 2 over 10. No. So I brought you sticky toffee pudding. I know you're a lover of desserts. I want you to tell me what you think.
That's nice.
It's nice?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
I need some tea.
Yeah, and then you know, girl, you need some ice cream. It's so English. She's like, I need some tea. And I'm like, I'm just adding more calories with the ice cream.
This is good.
You love it? Oh, I'm happy that you love it.
What did you do?
Send Momo. Send Momo, I'll tell you.
Man, you play with your ingredients.
I do. I experiment a lot, which is what I love about you too. I see you do that. Yeah, even with Comfy Ghana and all the other, you know.
This is good.
We should, guys. Do you guys want a sequel? Should we cook together? What do you let us know in the comments what you think. Should we bake together? I think so. You love it?
I love
so
it.
dates actually. Very little sugar and then I use dates. Yeah.
That's nice.
You love it?
First will love it.
I'm happy. And I'm so happy that you guys, she's making my head swell.
Off camera. This is 11 over 10 minus nothing.
Minus nothing.
Minus nothing. So mobile is nice.
Oh,
You're very good at this.
Thank you. I try. But it's like you said, I need some mentoring, which is why, you know, you are someone that's very dear to me. Because you're always so kind. You're always so readily available to give me information. I appreciate that. And this is not even just for the interview. I appreciate that.
I'm humbled by this. It's such an honor coming from you. You have no idea what it means to me.
You do well. You do well. Because it's not everybody that is kind. That's the key word for me. Kindness, I think especially, goes a long way, you know?
It does.
Yeah. I gotta go get the kids. You gotta go get the kids.
Alright.
So,
and it's bye.
Bye from us.
Thank you, babe. Thank you so much.Amisha, I really enjoyed this. I'm glad I granted an interview.
Really?
Thank you.
Yeah,
she should do more of this.
She should go on TV. That's what I want for you.
Thank you.
Go on TV.
Really?
Yes.
I'm good.
Listen, all those people that see you on social media and they love you.
You have no idea how people see me and they feel like, but I equally need validation. I need people to tell me that you can do this. Yeah, I do.
Go on TV. I want you on TV. Let's talk to Kofi about this.
Oh.